What's up, Soul Fam? So I'm here at the ornithology lab. I wasn't totally sure how to kick things off, so I decided why not here? This right here is a bronze passenger penguin. Penguin. Pigeon. You know, I'm not an ornithologist, but I know the birds, not by name, I know how they are. And the passenger pigeon was once the most abundant bird in North America. Um, but as scarcity grew, the birds were hunted to near extinction. Let's see if I can find her in a better light. And you can see this building behind me. This is the ornithology lab. And you can hear the sounds of all the birds here. This is a bird sanctuary. So this is my friend, and we're on our way inside. Peace. All right, so our next step is to show you this amazing mural of the birds of the world. This thing is incredible. Get ready for this. There's no way I could capture it all. So we'll walk around. Check out the detail on these. These paintings are incredible. I can't even tell you how many different species of both living and extinct birds. This is a map of the world. I'll try to show you as much as I can. There's actually a guide on the other wall, which is a reflection with the numbers to identify the birds. Okay? I'm going to do the best I can, people. Don't blame me. It's too much to take in. Here's my ally, Sobek. I swim with these guys in my dreams. So this part of the mural is really covering these more Jurassic bird species of the ancient past. So the artist did not paint these in full color so that we could understand that gray area lost in time. How did things change? Naturally, we evolved. So this is the bird's eye view of the entire mural. So you can see it as a whole. My favorite part is walking up close and looking at the details. I got to see the girl who did this mural. She was doing an internship or some type of study program here. She painted this one person. It was insane. She's like an acrobatic painter, like a real graffiti artist, to be honest. The wall of birds. So let's try this out. I've never interfaced with this technology. This is new. What do we want to find out about? How about we visit our friends in India? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Let's go to India. Okay. We'll call it Bharat. And I can't pronounce that right, but whoa, is that a kingfisher? Ha! The white-throated kingfisher. Well, my friends, we have relatives in common. Let's see if we can find our kingfisher next. Do you think so? Let's see. Let's go west. Let's travel west coast. Northeast, northwest. Where's our kingfisher? Where is our kingfisher? There's one type. That's not ours. Call that a mott-mott. That's not it. That's not the one. Let's go back. Let's go back to the northeast. Where's our kingfisher? Where is our kingfisher? That's called a tern, a Caspian tern. You know, it's not the great blue heron. I've got a rookery of these up where I live. That's my bird. You know, this bird is like my family heritage. The great blue heron. That's my grandmother Cecilia's spirit animal. She's a hunter. The puffins. We have these guys in Ireland, on those North Islands of Ireland. Beautiful bird. So yeah, we just have fun, you know. We get to explore the world of birds together. Next time, tell me what you're interested in. I'll give you the full rundown. You know, do we want to see the farthest northern birds? Why not? Let's see who this guy is. The American golden plover. Wow, aristocrat. That's not a nice name. It's just a bird. It's not that fancy. We had habitats in on the California coast that is protecting these birds. Specifically, remember fenced off areas for the golden plovers to nest in. So these guys definitely lived around my lands for sure. And I never thought about them as the aristocracy of birds. The names we play with, right? Now, this was always one of my favorite things here. It's a sound ring. It's a stereo system set up in a ring with speakers installed all the way around the ring. And it doesn't seem to be playing right now, but it used to be hooked up to a thing that you could pick your animal sounds. So if you wanted to hear the coyotes howling, you pick the coyotes howling. Oh, there it goes. Where are they coming from? Whoa. So that's it, right? The ring of sound. It's our world. Want to take a look out into the sanctuary? Here, I'll just walk you in. We don't have to look through the magnifying glass. I can do it. Maybe. Let's try. Who's sitting out here today? The Canadian geesers. It's the Canadian goose. Silly goose. What are you doing back here? Oh, you made your way back home. That's lovely. What an incredible bird sanctuary to have here. Absolute abundance of life and habitat. This is a beautiful place. I'm glad you're with me. So now I'm going to take you on a wonderful art exhibit here by the legendary and whimsical artist Charlie Harper, 1922 to 2007. Check it out. The Red Cardinal. A devoted male northern cardinal delivers a meal to two chicks in their nest. An American crow pecks at a cob of corn in a winter landscape. Crows are blackbirds, and blackbirds are also, but a crow in the snow is so much more so. If you're pro-crow, you proclaim his intellect, his resourcefulness, and the visual poetry of his somber silhouette on the calligraphy of the cornfield. But if it's your cornfield, you have good cause to compose creative crowfanities when he arrives. Think of it as sharecropping. He gets the grasshopper, you get the corn, and the few ears he missed in the harvest are held, well, escrow. Okay, here's the puffin. We love these from the Fomorian Islands of Ireland. An Atlantic puffin flies over the waves with its bill filled with fish. If you're like me, you never forget a face, but you can't recall the name, so you invent elaborate reminders. Take this funny-looking bird with the false nose, the pasted-on eyebrows, and the bright cheek smears. Emmett Kelly with feathers. I have to say to myself, proceeding, I can't read some of these words, precipitously approaching the population puffinry with ponderous proboscis packed with piscatorial pabellum for the plumbing precocious puffins. He rhymes them with muffin. I'll never forget. What's his name? Too funny. I struggled through that. That was funny. I think that was the purpose. Pelican Pantry. In this work, a laughing gull plucks breakfast from his pelican pantry, the bill of a brown pelican, the gall of some gulls, Catch this scenario. The brown pelican dives into a school of fish and comes up with a pouch full of protein. The laughing gull, hanging around for a heist, swipes some mullet for his gullet. Poor pelican. Gold again. Ha ha ha. Laughs the laughing gull, who always leaves them laughing. Wouldn't you think the plundering pelican would get wise to his pickpocketery? He's not the biggest brain in the brine, but he has been through a lot of schools. Oh man, he's just a wonderful writer, incredible image maker. A family of barred owls, including two small chicks, huddles together. This nocturnal bird has a distinctive call. Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? In one mnemonic for this easily remembered song, who's with who's? Barred owls, that's who. I make that who. Who. He proposes eloquently, hoo ha. She accepts, allegro. And the whole thing turns into the hoot nanny. They owlope and set up mousekeeping in a hollow tree. Nothing elegant, but with all that togetherness, the owl's Dorado. Time elapses, and suddenly it's twins. How come Pop's not in the picture? He's out hunting midnight snacks. Owl Lockhart. Wonderful story. Tern, stones and turnstones. A rosette tern forages with a group of ruddy turnstones. If you're turned off, I mean turned off by puns, don't go away. The old punster has make that turned over a new leaf. I promise not to punctuate this paragraph with such punishments as no stone unturned, no U-turns, no more awful puns, just the facts. A rosette tern with some ruddy turnstones share a pebbly beach along the, wait, I can't stand it any longer, turnabouts. Fair play. No turning back now. The old punster has passed the point of no return. Oh, the box turtle, homebody, an eastern townie, kicks up the leaf litter near a box turtle in this charming Harper composition. When the meek inherit the earth, the box turtle will surely be king. Introvert of the underbrush, Mr. Milquetoast of the meadow. His carapace is his castle. If he doesn't stick his neck out past the drawbridge, he won't get involved. Like a man with a mortgage, though. He can't get his house off his back. A roof overhead is handy when the towhees next door dump their leaves. When crossing a 4-lane highway, though, wouldn't you like to have left your house at home? We have a few more of these wonderful paintings. This one's called Blue Jay Bathing. A blue jay bathes in a pond. Here's your friendly neighborhood loudmouth, big on law and order, publishing wanted posters in stereo. The blue jay is always where the action is because he starts it. A roving tomcat snaps a twig. A drowsy owl shifts his weight. A black snake changes his calligraphy. And off goes the blue-tailed burglar alarm, rounding up a posse for the big chase. But sometimes silence is golden, like when you're bathing in the brook, naked as a jaybird. Baffling red-bellied woodpecker. In this work, red-bellied woodpecker perches on a bark of a tree next to a yellow beetle. Psst! A red-bellied woodpecker. How can you tell? Red crown, zebra back, white belly. If you thought you'd said red-bellied, I did. But just now said white belly. That's right. But which, I mean, if this is true, who can ever again believe in the golden-cheeked warbler, the white-throated sparrow, the rose-breasted grosbeak, the olive-backed thrush? Psst, a red-headed woodpecker. So that's the story, and this is kind of new to me, I'd say, getting familiar with the work of Charlie Harper. What an absolutely incredible, legendary artist. So glad that I came here to share this today. So Charlie Harper Art Gallery, American artist Charlie Harper, 1922 to 2007, introduced a whimsical and approachable style through his colorful and geometric artworks. His prints appeared in books, magazines, and posters, as well as for projects at many nature-based organizations across the country. Harper used clever geometric shapes and striking color combinations to create birds that are easily recognizable, even with greatly simplified textures and dimensionality. The themes of his work are reinforced by the imaginative and humorous narratives that draw viewers in and encourage an awareness of conservation and environmental issues. Awesome. All right, so next stop, we're going to the outdoor section just to enjoy the sounds of nature. Let's see if I can teach you the sound of a red-winged blackbird. How do we name that sound? Like that. That's the one. Thank you. Let's teach the people what a red-winged blackbird sounds like. Bingo. That's it. All right, now you know. Red wing. Let's go take a little walk across the boardwalk. 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 I'm wearing my flip-flops today. Check me out. See, I rock it. See these cool jeans? Like, if you want to rock out some cool style, like, get some jeans that are a little ragged and sew them together with some embroidery floss. It looks cool. People will think you're cool if you look cool. So I think you gotta be cool to look cool. But if you, all right, what's the trick to it? Is that first of all, you gotta be cool, and the only way to be cool is to be yourself. And once you feel comfortable being yourself, you can wear flip-flops on the East Coast, bro. Dude, people out here, they're like, nah, man, you gotta wear the, what do they call them, like the slip ones? You know, they're like, that's, you know, like girls wear the lace, what do they say, like the thong. Dude, they call these thongs, bro. These are flip-flops, dude. Where I'm from, we wear these so that we're ready to get in the water at any time. It ain't about no kind of gender identity, dude. It's about being chill and walking with bare feet. Essentially, these are just sandals, man. I like wearing sandals. I don't like wearing all that socks and all that stuff. I like my feet to feel free. Free like this area. Like, check out this boardwalk. Dude, how beautiful is this? Look where we walk. This is where we walk. This is what we do with our time. We get out in the healing places where healing is abundant. It abounds. The healing abounds. See, I get my words mixed up because when I get out in nature, I get way too excited about how pretty she is. Look at her pretty glowing eyes. The water. Wow. Water holds feelings. I feel good. Peace. Oh, yeah, dudes, did I show you my magic wand? This was a gift from my great-grandfather, the Rhinestone Cowboy, the greatest painter of all time. This is a diamond willow. He made this. It's a magic staff. My grandfather worked on it and he gave it to me. So I'm kind of like these guys now. They're not with us, so I am. That's my ghost. And what we always did, the tradition of my grandfather and his father, is to be friendly and interact with random people on the streets. That's how we roll. So, like, I'll just tell you a quick story. I was walking up the trail, and a couple real eccentric characters were looking at the trail map, real serious-like. They look back at me, and they look back at the map, and as I walk up, they're like, all right, let's go. So I catch them because I catch full slipping, man. You're not allowed to just walk away from me without an interaction. I'm sorry, people. I'm here to, you know, I'm a walking love song. So what I say to them is, hey, did you find the treasure? They're looking back. No, but I hope we do. I go, well, it looked like you're about to find it. And I go, don't worry, just walk straight. You'll get there. Those are the kind of random vibes. And then I get these guys laughing like, who in the hell was that? Gabriel, bro. I bring a message of peace. You know what I'm saying? The walking love song. Peace. So here's the good old treasure map, folks. And, you know, we could zoom in here and I'll show you what the treasure is. We're coming after the cairn, okay? We're doing another art project. I'm going to show you a famous artist's work. Now this is somewhat of a secret because we just want to protect the work. So now that I've shown you the treasure map, be cool, people, okay? There's no reason to come and take things from the treasure. It's supposed to sit there. So I'll walk you to it and I'll show you the view. And the last thing I'm going to do is take one of the rocks off the cairn. That's insane. So we'll be respectful. Peace. So I figured why not take a little opportunity to do like field tree identification, test my knowledge, you know. I'm not from these woods, man, and that's what I was really concerned about when I moved out here. Like, am I going to know the names of any of these trees? I knew them because there's maples, there's oaks, okay? And then there's other trees that remind me of my friends. Like this one right here, okay? This is right here what we call the hemlock. And it reminds me so much of a redwood tree in terms of the way its needles grow, that there's no way I'm going to forget this tree. It's too close to home. It's way too close to home. Some of these other trees, like the hardwoods, the oaks, the beech trees. The beeches I know. Okay, here, I'll show you one I know. One that's real easy to know. Actually, there's two awesome parts to this tree. Nice. Check it out. These are cool people right here. So this is the shagbark hickory. Now this is in the pecan family. We're talking about pecan pies, okay? The shagbark hickory, the nuts are real small. Like they're not like a big old pecan. I'm telling you, they're more delicious, like condensed flavor. What is this weird snaky thing growing up here? Can you see it? This here? That here snaky vine? That is my dear homie, the poison ivy. One of these days, me and my friend Sky are going to tell you some stories about the poison ivy, the poison oak, the poison sumac, and how it's our ally. And it teaches us so much about habitat, nature, and where people belong. We just need to listen. We won't get burned. You don't have to get a bad rash. You can wash yourself up, you know. If you don't want to get a rash on your butt, you got to wash your butt. It's as simple as that, folks. Peace. And how are we doing with these boardwalk trips? I'm coming along a new boardwalk. I think I'd like you to come along. I'll give you the quick look back, and then I'm going to walk you down, facing, like a GoPro camera. I'm just on my phone. I keep it simple because I want this to be accessible. Anyone can make videos like this. Share your favorite places. If you like this video, please give it a comment and say, yo dude, that's awesome. I got my favorite spots. I'm going to make a video too. I'm going to start my own channel, start uploading my walks. Let's flip it around. All right, here we go. I'm just going to give it the walk. And what I'm doing is that I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just in a walk with my friends online, my community. What do we have here? People. Holy smokes. I got to put down my magic staff. Let's see if we can zoom in. I found some carnivorous plants blooming. This is a carnivorous plant. You know, I don't know nothing about it. All I know is look at it. That thing eats animals. It's just, it caught my eye. Whoa, what is that? It looks deadly. Don't get trapped. Don't fall in there. If you're a little insect or some type of little being, it might look like a safe place to hide in this wet swamp. It's not. That's where you go to be eaten. Sometimes we need to be eaten. It's okay. It's a safe place to go to be eaten. If I was going anywhere to be eaten, I would go right there. And so I'm trying to show you, like, these things are kind of spread out through here. Can we find more? Wow, they're really cool looking, very mysterious. It's a very mysterious looking flower, let's admit it. I can't get the best angle on it because we're not supposed to. That's something that needs its own space. Let's stay away from it. It's in this really swampy area. Sorry, this camera zoomed in, so it's going to be jerking around. Let's see if we can zoom out here and see the habitat. So this is this carnivorous plant's habitat. I'd say it's some type of pitcher plant, for sure. I mean, I could kind of put money on it. I don't know what it is, but sometimes the names just come to me and it's like, yep, dude, that's a carnivorous plant called a pitcher plant. Look it up, I will. I bet I'm right. I usually am. You know, I get a little bit overconfident sometimes because I want people to be. Just learn stuff and then use your intuition. You'll know the names. Almost forgot we're on a walk right now. Sorry, I forgot you were with me. These carnivorous plants are getting me way too excited. We came on the right day at the right time because here's some more. Here's some more. They're just growing up everywhere. And like right now, let's take a close look at the water. Okay, it just hasn't come to life just yet. There's nothing happening in here. It's very still. I don't see any insects. I don't see any amphibians. I don't see any fish, any minnows, nothing. Because this was frozen like ice, and it's just now thawed. It changes really rapidly. And just as rapidly, when weather warms, we'll start to see all the insects come to life. And from that, the amphibians and the fish. And from that, all the bird activity. And this place is about to blow up, my friends, with life. So here's a closer look at this thing. Look at the color of it and the shape. It's like a tongue. It's like the tongue coming out. Ooh, I'd say it's a little bit demonic. I love that about it. Is there something right there alive? Something just popped its little head out right there. Did anyone catch that? I swear a little head popped out. I'm gonna have to look back at this video. If you saw it, then you're with me. We just have to keep our eyes open. These little things will show up. They're hiding. All right, folks, we're back. Let's take a quick look around. We're on the boardwalk. I'm from the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk. You know what we used to do in Santa Cruz at the beach boardwalk is we would sit on the beach as a big community, beach community. And they'd do this huge screen, and we'd watch old movies. Old classic favorites like The Goonies, you know what I mean? The Lost Boys, talk about some Santa Cruz action. If you love films about vampires, The Lost Boys is one of the greatest. Cry, little sister. That's a song. So this is a really cool little trail, and let's see if I can give you one last little educational component before we move along to our treasure hunt. Because I'm getting you there. I'm getting you to the treasure. Do you remember this tree with the kind of longer soft needles? We've gone over this one. It's a young one. It's a young peace tree. There's an older peace tree. There are peace trees. They're soft. They have these soft needles. And we always know what the peace tree looks like. We call that the white pine. I don't know the Latin name. I'm kind of like, unfortunately the Latin got lost on us. All right, my friends, I want you to hear something important. I want you to hear what it sounds like when the tree frogs come back. This is unreal. I hope I'm getting this. I don't need to say anything. Just listen. I'm sending signals of love telepathically. I'm sharing love in my mind with these amphibians. We love each other. All right, my celestial surfers, we've come to the end of this celestial adventure. We've found the one piece of this trail, okay? It's a work of art by a famous artist. And what we're gonna do to anoint this is that we're gonna drop our magic staff on the top of the cairn. Take the sacred energy through the rod of our old ways of magic, piling stones. We call this a cairn. I got a friend named Cairns. You know who you are. Love you, buddy. That's on Scottish and Irish. Skyrish. Whoa, dude, that's Scottish and Irish love. We call that Skyrish. Coined a new term today. So let's remember who we are. I'm not even going to mention names of our ancient battles. Let's leave it behind us, man. To the cairns. and the old ways, our deep, deep brotherhood through our red hair. Peace.